We'll get y'all $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas will take $500 and be like, you can keep the rest of the money. Welcome back.
Noise. What's
Welcome
good?
back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Nice.
I imagine you're very Dodger centric right now.
Yes, sir. That's been my whole life. My whole life. My whole life waiting for this moment.
Well, why don't you get your life together? Okay, get your shit together.
Oh, please.
They're too stressful. The Dodgers are too stressful.
They are. They have a
Right
flair for the dramatics in the worst way possible, and I'm so used to it
now.
not
Yeah, I
going our
mean,
way that the fact that it's going our way right now is a little scary. It's a little concerning. You know what I mean? Like
look at Shohei faking like he had a shoulder injury. It's
he's
like,
like,
bitch,
oh God.
like just
I'm like, come
stop,
on, Shohei.
just stop,
I don't even
just
know where it
stop.
came from. I was like, was it his hand? Was it his shoulder?
Well, he slid into you know whatever and whatever. Like I was like, if you ain't playing in Game 3, then I'm not that he's been hitting the ball great anyway, but whatever. You
Yeah,
know
like
what I
no, it
mean?
definitely hasn't been. Although
So,
without him hitting that double that turns into a triple, we don't get the
the Grand
the
Slam.
setup for the grand slam in the ninth.
Yeah,
So
that was like that was like 4 days ago. Nobody remembers that. Okay,
no,
you
because
know we
then we
move on.
because then we brought it back. We brought it back.
Yeah, yeah, y'all
We
did.
brought it
No,
back.
it was stressful. It was stressful, stressing out my wife. And who needs that? Who needs that? Dodgers. Let's just wrap this up in four.
Hey man,
Don't bring this back to LA.
I would love four, man. I don't want
Don't bring
no
it back to LA. We don't want nothing back in LA.
nah, man. Uh-uh.
Just bring that trophy back in LA. Back to LA.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll do the parade. It's cool. No problem. No problem.
So yeah, it feels like it's been a long week, but I think it's actually been a short week for me. Like, or at least not short, but it's gone by quickly. I'll say it that way.
I will say it's felt like a long time since we last talked, but it hasn't been that long at all.
It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been like you know what? It's because we had been talking more frequently, just behind the scenes
That's
than we
true.
have been the past few days.
That's true.
So
It's been a busy past
you've
few
been too
days.
you've been too busy for me. So I
What do you
just
think?
I let you rock. I let you rock.
Oh man, you know what's been going on. I don't think you know what's been going on. It's just been busy, man. It's just been
I
busy.
know. That's why I let you rock. I haven't said
Yeah,
anything. I just let you rock.
I went to LAX. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I know you did go to LAX. I had to go to Ontario. So
Oh yeah, I heard about
yeah,
that too. I heard
yeah.
about that too.
So don't try and one up me. There was accident on the 91 freeway both ways.
Oh my god.
So we
Oh
had to
my
go to
god.
57. We had to go around. It was a mess.
At that point, you're by me, and then it's just like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
So it's a waste of time.
I
So
see.
let's get into this. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's get
go.
right into it.
Let's go. I got a
Let's go,
I got a
baby.
good list here that I've been working on. Pretty much all. I'm gonna say for all last 45 minutes, but I've been thinking about it all week.
All right, let's go.
So if that makes you feel better.
It does. It does.
Best thing you heard this week.
All right, best thing that I heard this week. All right, it was a little bit of a slow week musically.
Hmm.
I would definitely say so. I definitely ran back a lot of albums that I've been listening to. I'm starting to put
Okay.
together my playlist so we can start to
Okay.
really get to a best thing we heard for the year. The Odyssey awards are going to be happening. We need to announce when that's going to be.
Yeah.
The Odyssey
I haven't
awards.
even. God, I'm gonna have to go back and watch previous episodes because I don't even remember what I've been given for best things. So
We're gonna
I've been given a
have
lot.
like just a trash bag filled with trash for like the worst album of the year,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah, yeah. If album of the year is a Tyrese, then I'm giving it a good
Oh shit.
Few trash bags. I remember that conversation.
Oh
So
shit.
yeah, we'll circle back. We'll circle
It's
back.
about that time though, man. It's award season. At the end of the year, you know what I mean? We better be in the end game. But
Um, yeah, almost, almost. We got Scorpio season, so let's not blow by Scorpio season. All
there you
right.
go.
Shout out to all the November Scorpios because October Scorpios are weird. So
There you go. There you
it's
go.
Scorpio season.
All right, let's go. Let's
Let's
get right
go.
into it.
Best
All
thing you
right.
heard.
Best thing I heard was Amine put out a two two pack. All right, he had a song on there with Smino. Now I never skip a
Hmm.
Smino feature. All right, it's one thing you don't
Yeah,
do.
he's pretty good.
It's
Pretty
one thing
good.
you don't
He's
do.
pretty good.
So, Passenger
He's
Princess was the name of the song with Amine and Smino.
a very Amine song.
So I'll hold my comments for later. You
Yeah, I'll
know,
have to check it out.
immediately when I heard it, I was like, of course, Amine did this, but
Mm-hmm.
so, but ironically, I don't know what this says about this song, and maybe when you listen to it, you'll understand what I'm saying right now. But
Mm-hmm.
it was a very Drake type beat in terms of something that I think
Ooh.
he would pick because he really likes when like 40 or somebody put some shit underwater for him and then put the high pitch on the
Yeah.
sample
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
soul
Yeah.
sample
Yeah.
or something or R&B sample. So um, that's what was happening on this track. But again, it was Amine and Smino, which I feel like I like them in this pocket. I like them together on this pocket. It was a little uh singy rappy. It was mostly rap, but it was it kind of flows in, and they're both known to do that.
Is
More
it very
so
Tommy
Smino.
Richmond?
No, no, sir, no, sir.
Are they hip hop artists?
There's no Tommy Richmond in my Serato, as the New Yorkers like to say.
All right. Is that what the New Yorkers like to say?
They
All right.
do. Hey, man, I gotta, they hating on me right now, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Let's go LA.
Let's
LA's
go
up.
LA. Shout out Ice
All
Cube.
right. Yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, wait, what? What are we doing here? Wait, what? And then just out of nowhere, I was like, what?
Yeah, I would just, I had walked in because I thought pregame was still on, and then I heard uh which one did he do? West Side Connection?
Nah,
Bow down. He did
he
bow
did
down.
bow down
Um,
to walk to walk to the center of the field,
yeah,
and then today was a good day
he did. Today was a
with
good day.
shifting the lyrics, which I thought was hilarious.
A
It was
little
great.
bit, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I heard bow down, I was like, what is on right now? I thought it was a commercial or something like that. I was like, what is happening?
yeah,
And I looked and I was like, oh, Ice Cube is out there. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
yep,
Ice Cube is out there, and
yeah.
they had him walking around all blued up and everything. I was like, all right, I see. Everybody leaning in. So, is MLB got something going on with Rock Nation, or what's
Hey man,
what's the situation? Everybody want rappers now. What's the
I
situation?
know
We
for
couldn't
real.
get NWA on anything, but now we're getting a Ice Cube at the World Series.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Hey man, times are changing, man. It's good to see. It's good to see in our lifetime, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I suppose. Hopefully, it's changing for the good, for the right reasons, and not the right reasons.
You're right. You're right.
So, you know, shout out to Ice Cube. Way to get a check. But I appreciate you getting out there, giving us a couple of old West Coast classics. Did you end up, speaking of best thing? Did you end up listening to that Corrupt and Daz album? We All We Got.
I did not listen to it. I remember you showing it to
All right.
me, and I remember you sending it to me and telling me like you felt like it was like a old, like a. What'd you say
It's
exactly?
it's it's 40s plus West Coast,
I
right? Like,
see.
so this is you definitely were a child of the 80s and 70s if you like this album.
Right.
Um
Right.
because it was a classic West Coast album. They didn't try and give you no trap beats.
Mm-mm.
They didn't do it. It was a very, very nostalgic. listen for me to hear Snoop Dogg, Daz, and Corrupt on the album. So not the best thing I heard this week, but if you're at least born at about, the cutoff's gonna be about 90, right? So if you were born before 90,
Right.
then I think this is an album.
That's crazy. It's
I
just
think it's
crazy
album.
to be bringing up those names as for an album that came out.
Yeah, in 2024. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh dang, I knew they had an album because I remember that's when the beef was happening when they were doing the promo for it, and
I see.
you know, yeah. So I was like, oh, that's right. I remember them doing the promo for this, and I meant to go check it out, and I forgot about it, obviously.
Right. We did.
And then like I just kind of saw it; it just came up, like Apple Music fed it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, let me check it out. And then I listened
Nice.
to it, a couple of tracks off of there. I was like, oh damn, these are kind of, these are slapping.
Yeah.
Now, you young motherfuckers may not like this shit because it's like, it's actual hip hop. It's not sing songy, not a lot of vibrations. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if y'all gonna rock with it, but I definitely recommend. It's definitely a house party kind of album, and
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like if there was a house party going on and you throw on some of these cuts, you'd be like, oh, okay, there's a vibe going on in here. At least if the house party was 40 and over and
Yeah.
we playing dominoes and spades,
All right. There you go.
and that's the kind of party we have. And barbecuing, everybody's good. Uh, then this is definitely got some tracks for you.
Okay.
So not the best thing I heard this week
All right.
though.
Best thing you heard. What was that?
So yours was Amine.
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Um, Summer Walker, Heart of a Woman,
Really?
for the same reasons I enjoyed that Baz and Corrupt album. It was just this is a classic R&B track. Like
Yeah.
it's very 90s R&B,
Mm-hmm.
and I Summer Walker is hell of a vocalist.
Yeah.
Um, she's good. She's good. I don't have nothing. I have no notes. It's a good song.
No
It's
notes.
it's I can't wait for her project. Can't
Let's
wait for her
go.
project.
Let's go.
So, um J. Cole don't drop, bro. So,
we,
summer's
we
coming.
still on,
Summer's coming
on
outside.
dropping.
Everybody.
You gotta
Yeah,
you
everybody.
gotta wait for the R&B acts to get out of the way.
You
No,
gotta
that's
wait for
crazy.
R&B acts to go sit down, man. That's where you at, J. Cole. That's the pocket you in, man. Summer
Oh
Walker's coming
man.
outside. J. Cole go inside. That's where I'm at.
Oh, ouch.
But yeah, no, this is a good track. It's a really, really classically 90s track. I really like it.
Nice.
I recommend it. I recommend
Nice.
it.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Go check. Yeah. Go check it out. Just came out on Friday. And we got Tyler coming out in the morning.
In the
It's gonna be like
morning.
Christmas morning in the morning.
So we're gonna date
Um,
ourselves and say we're shooting this on Sunday night. So if you're wondering why we're not having any discourse about the Tyler album, that'll be coming later on in the week.
you know, I had a buddy tell me about the Tyler, or we were just texting about the Tyler album, and
Yeah.
uh he was like, I guess he was seeing some discourse online about, oh, they don't think the album's gonna be that good based on some crap.
Yeah.
And I literally texted him and I was like, yo, did you like his last two projects? Did you like Igor and was it Call Me When You Get There? Is that what the is
Call
that
me
the
if you get
um
lost.
Call Me If You Get Lost? So I was like, did you like those two projects? And he was like, somewhat. And I was like, then you'll probably somewhat like this one. Like, and
Yeah.
just move on. And like stop trying to project what the album is gonna be and just wait for it to drop and listen,
Yeah.
or just go into it like I somewhat like the last two projects. I'm gonna probably somewhat like this one.
Hmm.
And he was like, you know what, you're right. And I was like, yeah, stop trying to make it good or bad before it's released. Like, just this isn't a Drake album, okay? Like,
Well, it's
let's
yeah, I think we're not one for so much speculation here either before something drops. I think we like to live with what we're reviewing. And we're
yeah.
definitely going to give Chromacopia that same treatment. We're going to live with it. Of course, we might have varying opinions about it, but at the end of the day, we're going to live with it at least a little bit to be able to give it a fair review, a fair shot. So yeah, man.
I'll say this. I will say this about Chromacopia. I did go listen to his last project.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot more than my homie liked it, actually, because I couldn't remember the last project. I was just like, did I
Okay.
listen to this? And then
You having a J. Cole effect
when
on it. You were like, did I listen to the last album? Or
that is exactly how I felt. I was like, I don't think I. And then the homie was like, "Nah, you. It's the one where DJ Drama is emceeing the whole album."
it's a
And I was
Gangsta
like, "Oh,
Grills.
I did listen.
Yeah.
I did remember hearing that, and I remember hating all of DJ Drama talking throughout that entire album. So I do remember not enjoying that, although I think I get what he was trying to do. But I was like, okay, shut the fuck up.
Well, it's
This isn't
a
fucking
it's a Gangsta Grills. That's what it was. Just amplified, but
yeah,
that's what it was.
yeah. I don't. It's 2024, bro. Like leave that shit in the aughts, and we're good. So I didn't enjoy that. But the music, I was like, I found myself enjoying.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that this is good. But yeah, I was like, just let's let it come out in the morning,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we'll see what happens. I think I think the USPS is fucking with my vinyl, so
Uh oh.
shit better be here tomorrow.
That shit
Um,
be stuck in San
yeah,
Bernardino for some
somebody,
reason. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
shit. Where's my album? Oh, we lost it in the mail. Well, you better find it, motherfucker. Somebody then took my shit home.
Uh oh.
Get a refund from these niggas.
Oh shit.
Uh, I'll call the bank and be like, I never got that shit and reverse that charge real quick. So
Yep.
Tyler, don't fuck with me, bro. If you want your $30.
Hey man. Come on, man. What we doing? Come on,
So,
man.
but shout out to Tyler, shout out to Summer, shout out to Amine and Smino
Smino.
and passenger princesses all over the world,
There you go.
my wife included. Um,
Let's go.
shout out.
Shout out, man.
So do we want to talk about this, man? This is kind of a downer topic. It just it's really hard because I actually was halfway enjoying Dirk. Like I was like, I could see the appeal, still kind of not my vibe, still a little too old for this shit.
Yeah.
But I understand it. Um, yeah, I don't know. So if you've been living under a rock, Dirk got picked up on murder for hire charges because apparently he couldn't get a PJ to Italy quick enough.
Oh
Apparently,
shit. Yeah, no, he was trying. He was trying. He was
he
like
was
Switzerland,
trying.
Italy, and France, bro. I don't care.
Motherfucker, she should have called Russell. He'd have got him to Bali real quick.
Oh, for real. Yeah, come on.
But so
Oh
Dirk picked
man.
up on murder for hire charges
Ay, ay,
for
ay.
an alleged murder plot on Quando Rondo. Go read
Quando
it yourself.
Rondo. Yeah, you
Uh,
started talking about this stuff, and again, a lot of it, I guess we will say alleged at the moment, because of course, he's gonna have his day in court. Um,
mhm,
and I think
mhm,
you find yourself being like, "What am I talking about right now?" Right? Well, Quando
mhm.
Rondo's man had beef with King Von, and then and then you remember what you're talking about. You're like, people died over this shit. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it's also not only does it sound a little ridiculous, it's also very real, right? And yeah, so no, it's definitely a downer. I know we kind of talked about maybe not going too fully into it, especially because we're not the pod to try to break down this type of shit. At the end of the day,
Yeah, we're not. What's the dirt? So
yeah, no, we're not gonna try to make a fucking spectacle out of, like, make this into a fucking zoo. And over here the
yeah,
zebras.
fuck that.
You know what I mean?
And over here are the niggas.
Oh
And they're
shit.
killing each other. Look now, you can see them.
Oh
Yeah, we're
shit.
not going to be
Yeah.
that podcast.
No. Yeah. We're not gonna do that. So
Look, I will say this about the situation,
yes.
because you young niggas get on my nerves.
You
Um,
pointing at me like that,
us
man? What I
older,
do?
yeah. Uh, look, you just sleep with this.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
Uh, us more experienced niggas, you can call this old heads, you can call us whatever you want. I got gray in my beard. It's coming in. I found a few grays, stray grays when I get my hair braided, the
Yeah.
whole night. So
Yeah.
whatever, right? Um, we'll give y'all $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas will take $500 and be like, you can keep the rest of the money. then before you know it, you're being picked up on murder for hire charges, and we're like, nigga, did we not just give you the fucking game? Like, why? I don't understand why. I know I made some mistakes and had some disappointments in my own life when I was young. I just don't understand why the youth is like, nah, we'll let life teach us. And we're like, okay. And now we got to have a situation where we're talking about another young brother
Mm-hmm.
who had a lot of potential, who was having a lot of success,
Yeah.
throwing his
Yeah.
life away because streets require you to slide out for your homeboy or whatever the situation is,
Yeah.
whatever your situation is. Nigga, take your money and be like, appreciate your streets. I'm out of this motherfucker, right? Like this is
Yeah.
not me. I graduated. So that is what I have to say to this situation
Okay.
until he has his day in court, until we get more facts about, did he actually use his credit card to pay for plane tickets
And rental cars,
okay.
and it's just
I'm
it's gonna go to that level, and again, we're gonna have the what's the dirts of the world dissecting this piece by piece. Academics is gonna do a whole series on this, make hella money, like he's been making off of all the debts from.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna go down that road. But that's just how I feel about that. It's really,
Academics
it's
is the
nasty.
feds, bro.
It's nasty work. It's nasty work, is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
All
It is.
right, it really
It is.
is, man. So, um, hey, man, look, I'm gonna talk on behalf of the young people. I'm gonna say, hey, man,
Mm,
it's not all of us. All right, it's not all of us. I definitely see
all
where
right.
a lot of people definitely they can only learn from experiencing it themselves, right? So I once heard a quote. I don't remember where exactly. I'm sure it's a very well known quote, but it's like, "Smart people learn from their mistakes. Wise people learn from the mistakes of others." And
Mhm.
that's definitely something that I try to live by in terms of, if you're going to be given game, then you definitely should do something with it, right? Because sometimes you got to work to receive some info like that. It's not so easy, right? People aren't always willing to give it up that easy. When we're talking about this situation specifically, I mean, again, it's a tale as old as time. In terms of just, this isn't the first time we've seen
Yeah.
this. We literally, however, if I think it's been years now, right? That Thug's been on trial for his RICO case.
Yeah, it's been like, yeah, maybe a year, maybe 2 years, something like that,
Maybe
whatever.
going on
Yeah.
2 years now, right? Which is crazy. Like, you just forget, and it's like, yeah, like this is real life. This is what happens, and this is what's going on, and that's a whole circus in itself. But it's just like,
Yeah. That I'm gonna interrupt you real quick.
go
And
ahead.
I apologize for interrupting you, but I just got it. This just popped into my head.
Yeah.
But you motherfuckers stop doing shit on the internet. Like, if you're gonna do dirt, so here's $1 million worth of game. Turn your fucking phone off, bro. Like this shit, the feds can actually turn the shit on,
Yeah.
right? And listen to you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like that, those are things that can really happen.
Yeah.
And as soon as you commit crimes, the next place you should not go is the studio. If you commit a crime, back in the day when you committed a crime, you got low and you just chilled out for a while because you knew
Right.
the block was hot and
Right.
you just fucking chilled. These little niggas out here today, fucking wilding, and then just go right to the booth, start naming ops that places they been. Like I just popped so and so at the fucking Denny's on Figaro, and it's just like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing? Like,
Hey,
what are
man,
you doing?
they're taking live your raps to a whole nother level. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I could actually appreciate some authenticity there if you're rapping about stuff you're doing or a life that you are a part of. I can appreciate some of the authenticity. Just change some words, man. This is what happens when you don't read books. You don't have other words to say. See, because we have synonyms, we have antonyms, we have thesaurus, so we have all of these things
Right.
available for you. If you would just stop the punch in method, maybe write down a rap or two, you'll be like, I don't think I want to say that. So, okay, I'm done. I'm done being old man. Get off my fucking lawn. Fucking kids.
That's it. That's it for that. We're gonna get off of that. We're not gonna have a nasty
Goddamn,
segment or whatever. When we just
it's already gotten
talk the
nasty.
dirt. You
So
know what I mean?
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Uh, Look, shout out to everybody out there going through something. Hopefully, if Dirk didn't do it, he's not convicted. If he
Yeah,
did, then he goes in and whatever happens, happens.
yeah, man.
If they let the Menendez brothers out early, hopefully they'll let Dirk, or you thug out. Hopefully they'll let others out.
For real.
Because the Menendez brothers actually did kill somebody. So
People,
squash the reason.
multiple.
Two people.
Yeah, not just one person. Two
Premeditated,
people.
by the way. Two
Premeditated.
people. Premeditated, by the
Brutal.
way. Uh, I don't want to talk about the reasons. I just want to say the crime that was committed to them
Yeah.
here in America, the penalty is not execution at the hands of the abusee.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like, so if we gonna start freeing motherfuckers because they've been good and we got some new information, then we got a lot of motherfuckers that need to get free. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it. And we can move on. We can move
We
on.
got a gang of people that need to be free if that's the case.
Man, it's crazy.
People still
All right,
tight for being locked up for marijuana charges, bro.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's just, literally, I can have that shit delivered now. This nigga's in jail for marijuana. I got that shit delivered right now to the fucking house, and do a literal drug deal, right? Where I hand them cash money and they give me the weed I ordered on the app. It's legal to
So
do in California. We got
yeah,
motherfuckers locked up in it.
legal drug.
Crazy.
Yep.
Crazy.
Oh man. All right.
Crazy.
Hey, let's get off of the downers, man.
Yeah.
Let's get off of this, man. What's going on?
All right. So we'll transition. We'll hard transition. I promised you a list of my 5 favorite white producers.
Oh man. Oh
I
man.
promised you
I'm
this.
I'm excited. I've been thinking about this all week. I don't know if you know this, but I've been
So
thinking.
I've been thinking about it all too. So if you guys didn't watch last week's episode, um, I'm assuming it's because you weren't notified. So click the notification bell, like, subscribe, drop your comments, please.
We've been getting
But
comments
last,
too. Just real quick, sorry, not to interrupt you, but we've been getting
no, you're
lots of
good. You're good.
comments. We've been getting lots of comments. I want to show people
Hell
love
yeah.
out here, man. All right, you guys
All
are
right. I
commenting.
appreciate it.
You guys are,
Appreciate it.
adding to the discourse, and we really appreciate it, man. We appreciate,
I do
you might not
appreciate
agree
that.
with us, and we invite that shit, man. And you ain't gotta agree with us. All right, we're here to talk.
In fact, I'm sure you're 99% of the time not going to agree with me, but
Yeah,
that's cool. That's the world we live in.
yeah,
Hey, we can all still vibe.
yeah,
So appreciate the comments. I appreciate the comments.
yeah,
Maybe I should, maybe I'll read them. I don't know. But
man.
last week, we talked a little bit about Tommy Richmond.
Uh-huh.
Some weeks before, the point is, I've been shitting on white people a lot who've been culture vulture in hip hop, and I wanted to flip that. I wanted to start talking about white people who are doing hip hop a service and paying the white the
Oh,
right respect.
you better be on
Yeah, I
some
almost slipped
white
up
is
there. You
right
see that?
shit right now.
Oh man, almost slipped up right there.
Uh-oh.
Showing the right respect and deference to the culture, to the genre, to everything. And not necessarily hip hop, by the way, as you'll find out from this list. So
Oh,
yeah, where
really?
you want me to start? You want me to go 1 to 5, or you want me to go 5? Because I only did 5.
All right. I want you to go 5-1. Okay.
All right.
I want you to give me a little breakdown as to why. Okay. Just give me a little and for those that may not know, just kind of put them on game as to what they've done, what really made you pick them as well.
So I have the producer who it is, and then I have 2 to 3 tracks that like I always go back to from those
Nice.
producers.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
All right. So, and this is my list. You're going to give me a long list in the comments of some other white producers. I'm happy to receive that. And if I haven't heard of them, I will listen. I'm going to give you honorable mentions right now. And this is just because this is how I prefer to listen to hip hop. Derringer did not make the list. Okay. Honorable
Oh.
mention. Like, I like the music. did not make my list, but great producer.
Fair.
LP did not make the list.
Oh
Love
man.
LP. Love,
Oh
so did
man.
not make the list. Honorable mention though. Really great producers, really great
Let's
music.
go.
Really enjoy their music. I'm just talking about stuff that I run back to all the time. And there's some others that I thought about, but I'm not mentioning here. So we'll start at 5.
Okay.
Murder Beats, number 5.
Number 5 on your list.
Number 5 on my list. Murder Beats. First of all, his drop is probably one of the hardest producer drops in rap. Murder on that beat, so it's not nice. I get like hype every time I hear that shit. Um, Murder Beats. Why? I actually think he makes um I don't want to call them trap beats, but I'll just say current beats, current music. I think he does it better than a lot of black producers. I think he's actually more creative. I think he does a lot of shit where I'm like, damn, this was pretty hard. And a lot of other rappers fuck with him and try and get beats from him. I think he does a lot of interesting, good shit on his tracks. And they give me hype. Like when I know when that beat is dropping, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get something fucking fire. That's how I feel every time I hear his drop.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
damn, this is hard. And I hear it and I'm like, yeah, that's what I was expecting from Murder Beats.
Yeah.
And I don't get that same feeling from I'm not gonna name any black producers. I'm just saying that Murder Beats is better than a lot of okay, so I'm not gonna do that.
Man, that's crazy. But number 5 though, that's crazy. Four
Number
other
5. Oh
producers
yeah.
better than Murder Beats. White
Oh yeah,
producers.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
White
yeah. You go
producers.
for four of the white producers better than Murder Beats. Tracks
Ah,
from Murder Beats that are my favorite.
yeah.
I said this. I think I said this last week, or I might have. I've definitely said it to you multiple times.
Yeah.
"Eat It" by Meg The Stallion. That track, that beat is fire. Whether you fuck with the content or not, shout out to Meg for for just making her style of rap and doing her thing. That beat is flames.
Yeah.
Love it. Fifi, 6ix9ine and Nicki Minaj. Another beat that is just flames. 6ix9ine's whack. I don't care. Nicki kind of ate that track up though. Nicki spit on that track
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, and it was good. That track is dope. Um, Tyrone 2021 Ty Dolla Sign. Love that track. Fellas, listen to that track. Get your confidence up. Okay. Stop fucking with these ain't shit bitches out here. So them,
Get your
them
game
3
up, man. Come
songs.
on, let's go.
Hey man, listen to Ty. He's fucking talk about $1 million worth of game. He's giving $1 million worth of game in
There
that.
you go.
Big Sean is also on that track. That song features Big Sean, and that is a very dope Big Sean verse. Okay, so scrap what he just did. Listen to Tyrone 2021 Ty Dolla Sign featuring Big Sean. That song is super hard. Murder Beast did that track. Obviously collabing with Ty Dolla Sign. It's very very dope track. Love when I hear that drop, by the way. Just the nicest drop in the rap game, as far as I'm concerned. Number 4, or actually, do you want to respond to number 5 in the
Number
song that is gave?
number 5 is fire. I totally agree. I'm totally, he's definitely in my top 5 great white rappers. I mean, right producers. Oh
Yeah,
man. Uh, and then the first time I ever saw Murder
Murder Beats is
Beats,
hard.
like I actually saw what he looked like, I was like, "This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy."
exactly what I did. I
Like,
felt disrespected by all the black producers. Like, this is who's out producing y'all right now.
just
Okay.
take a look at what Murder Beats looks like right now. This is what he looks like, killing tracks. He's
He
just
he
producing his
makes
ass
he
off.
makes good music.
Produce.
Oh, before I move on, another honorable mention. I'm gonna go back in the time machine a little bit. Scott Storch, another honorable mention. He's not in my top 5, but Scott Storch was gonna be the next one. And then that died. So shout out to Scott Storch.
Hey man.
Made really great music. Number 4,
All right.
shout out to OVO 40.
Oh, let's go. Hey man.
Okay.
We say it every
Uh
week. You don't
I
hate
say it every
OVO? You're
week.
not a hater on
I don't hate
OVO.
OVO. Drake is corny as fuck. I don't rock with it. But 40 is a really great producer, really great example of Toronto sound. I love his creativity, like making those beats sound like they're underwater, right? Like it was a style, gives you an opportunity to be very moody, but he's got some range as well. So you can make he makes very moody music, but he can actually make a good rap track as well. Um 40's dope. 40's dope. I got a lot of I started actually making a 40 playlist before the beef, and then I just stopped making it because I was like, all right, I chose the side, so I got to get back to it
Oh my
because I
god.
think 40 is pretty dope. I think 40 is fire. So number 4 is 40. The two tracks that I always go back to from 4. There's a lot of tracks. I'm gonna for 40. There's like a lot of tracks that I go back to for 40. But the two that I'm like, damn, I really love this beat. Acting Crazy, Action Bronson. Um, and Champagne Poetry, Drake, before the transition.
I mean, man, that whole beat is just fire though. It's just
Yeah.
fucking. And I wish it wasn't a Drake song because someone else would have done it so much justice. I swear to God, like, man, that
that
that song epitomizes that album for me. Right? It was like, oh my God, like you had all this potential, and it just went down the fucking drain.
it just
Just for what you
it
did with
just
this, you heard this beat and you were like, it would be fucking fire
uh
if I start singing 30 seconds into the song.
hey, I when I first heard that song, I was like, "Is this the album Drake?" I thought this was about to be Drake's, in my opinion, first classic.
Right?
When that song kicked off, I was like, "Oh boy!" And then I listened to it, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's just a Drake album, cool."
Yeah. No.
And then I moved on. So those two tracks are the ones I'm going to give you, but obviously 40. If you know Drake, like, and you've listened to Party and you've listened to OVO, then you know 40 has had his handprints either producing the track directly or at least mixing it and engineering it. So shout out to 40, excellent producer. Love what he's done for hip hop because he's
Right.
definitely given a vibe that hip hop didn't have before. So shout out
Do
to 40.
so do we want to say that 40 is okay, two things. First thing, do you feel like 40 is the one responsible for really what would be considered Toronto sound?
Yes,
Right. I think we can
I
agree.
would because I didn't listen to Toronto rap music before Drake and 40. So
Well, I guess
yes.
I guess that's just the thing to give him credit for specifically, right? The producer
Hmm.
helps to really make that sound, right?
Oh yeah.
So it's just shout
Yeah,
outs
yeah.
to
Obviously.
him because obviously that there isn't what we do know about Toronto. We don't know without 40 being there to kind of provide
That's
that
correct.
soundscape for a whole
And like
a whole place.
And like I said, there's other producers out there. We're talking about the white ones right now. For
Right.
me, 40 is one, but I like Boy Wonder as well. I think he's fire. Sex with Me is one of my favorite tracks I've ever heard. Sex with Me by Rihanna. Boy Wonder produced that track, and it's incredible. I love that. I actually would tried to find like the instrumental because I just like to listen to how layered that track is. But
Right.
um, uh, 40 has way too many tracks. I was like, I could list all of these, but Acting Crazy is one I go back to. Champagne Poetry is one that I would love an instrumental to, and I would love to cut it after the minute and 35 or 40 second, whatever mark it is at the beat transition. So
Yeah.
shout out to 40.
Shout out.
Number three. Number three. I'm switching genres here,
Oh.
but for good reason. Bad, bad, not good. That group of white boys knows how to make some music.
Oh.
That is a
Okay.
when I listen to that production, I am like, oh my god, these boys is out here playing.
They
Like
playing, man.
they play really good, and the reason they're number 3 on my list is because they're a jazz band and they actually play instruments.
Okay, so
And
I see the correlation to this list,
mm-hmm,
right? Because we're talking about white producers contributing to
mm-hmm,
black art form. What we say,
mm-hmm.
right?
That's what we're talking about.
That's
That's
what.
what we're talking
All
about,
right.
right? And so bad bad not good makes the list at number 3 because the art form is jazz, which, not necessarily black, but definitely is very soulful and very of my culture. And they do it really really well. There's a lot of people around the world who are great jazz musicians. I love the way them four white boys get together and they make that music, and I'm like, dang, y'all doing real good work, doing real good work. So I would recommend you check out all of their work. But if you were only going to check out two songs, they're actually on the same album. I'm not going to give you the album name because I didn't write it down, and I'm not going to go look for it right now, but you can go look it up yourself. Two songs, Confession and Triangle, are the two songs that I recommend. um and then in post, let's put the album up because I completely forgot what it was.
It'll be
But
right
Confession,
here.
yeah, exactly.
No
Confession
worries.
and Triangle are the two that I recommend. That you, if you haven't listened to them before, listen to those two tracks.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
really good. They also did a track with Snoop back when Trump was first getting elected. And it was it was wild. It was a wild music video and everything like that, but the track is really good.
All right.
So they got some good music out there. Check out Bad Bad Not Good.
All right, man. That's a little bit of a curveball, but I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Shout out Bad Bad Not Good. I mean, what can't you say about these dudes, man? I mean, the first time I ever heard them, I was like, wait, what? I was like, who?
They're good.
They look like what?
They're
Again, it was the same murder beats. Like if you go look at these dudes, they're just some regular ass white dudes looking like they
yeah,
could have been going to the same college as me when I first heard them. You know what I mean? It's just
Oh man.
that's
And they're good.
and they're fantastic. They're fantastic.
Yeah. Broaden your horizons, kid. Bad Bad Not Good. All right. We are up to the last two.
Uh oh. Who's still left? Hold on. Let me think about this for a second.
Yeah, you want to guess? You want to throw out some guesses? Well, don't I actually
No,
don't
no,
want
no,
you to
no, no,
guess
no.
a couple because I don't want you to.
I won't guess. I
I don't
won't
want you to
guess,
guess.
but I'm trying to think about, who you already said is just an honorable mention, and then who you've
Okay.
already mentioned. Okay, so I'm trying to think. White guys. White guy. All right, go ahead. I got a
I'm not.
couple
Yeah,
names
we're
in
not
my
going to
head.
do like Harry Fraud or anything like that. Again, those are in the honorable mention section. So
Is
you
Harry
know what I
Fraud
mean.
white?
I think so. I'm not a journalist. Do your own research. I think so.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know actually. To be honest.
So look it up. Look it up for me.
Okay, Harry Fraud
Uh,
right here.
and if he's not white, my bad, Harry Fraud. But I think he is.
I don't.
All right, I'll find out later. All right, number 2,
All right.
Static Selecta.
Okay. Number two. I'm just
Number
realizing.
2,
Oh wow.
number 2, Static Selecta.
He might have been my number one, man.
Ooh, he has incredible production. Incredible production. I have
Hey man.
I have nothing bad to say about this man. It is incredible music he makes. Um, I no notes. I have nothing to say. Like he makes good music. If you don't know who Static Selecta is, go to your Spotify, go to your Apple Music, type in Static Selecta, and when it brings up his shit, just push play on shuffle and just let it rock.
Right.
And he is an incredible producer. I'm gonna give you the 3 tracks, Nene, and you let me know how you feel.
All right.
Or maybe you might have some that you want to throw in here. Dayglow, Code of the Friend, one of my favorite beats he's ever made.
Okay.
Put Jewels on it, Run the Jewels.
Mm-hmm.
That song is so good. I vibe out to that track all the time. Um, Nothing Less, Currency featuring Corday.
Let's go. Let's go.
Those 3 tracks, I love those 3 tracks from Static Selecta. Just like 40, I could have listed out 100 tracks from Static Selecta that I could have put on here, but that dude is something else. Something else.
I mean, he's got such a sound that is, uh, I don't even know I'm at a loss for words sometimes with how to describe how much I love Satis Selecta's sound, his production, the things that he's able to do, the different pockets he's able to get in. Again, when he's done things with anyone from Coda the Friend to Joey Badass to even switching up and doing shit with people that aren't on the East Coast, right? You got a lot of East Coast rappers that he'll
Mm-hmm.
get with,
Mm-hmm.
but then, and then just the people that he'll put together, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like
He
Joey.
does a
I
good
put
job with it.
Joey Badass and Nas together on a track on a status select beat, and I was like, oh my god, my heart.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's just
it's
like
fire. Shit.
it's status selected for me, right? Just generally as a producer, right? So lumped in with all the producers that I love. Uh, he'll do things or he'll produce songs for people that I'll be like, is like the a dream come true type deal. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of how I feel about it. So you know, it transcends race when it comes to status selector for sure.
Yeah, he's he found that he on these next like Static Selector, and I'm actually gonna cheat on the next one, but Static Selector and the next one I'm gonna name, like they unlock the code, they see the matrix, and I'm just like, I appreciate it. The music is really good,
Hmm.
and again, just it's pure hip hop, right?
Yeah.
It's not a pandering thing. It's not a thing they're doing because all of the people that I mentioned, it's not a thing they're doing because they're trying to get known and then go do something else. They're doing this because they love it. And so the Tommy Richmond, Post Malone, if you're listening, that's what you missed out. You don't actually love this shit and you dipped out. These people I'm mentioning are in love with hip hop. They make the music. We listen to the music. We vibe out, and that's it. Like that's all we're asking for. If you're gonna come to the culture, then come, but don't dip your toe in, and then like
Right.
you're like, all right, I got enough of this. I got enough of the blacks. I'm gonna get out of here. Like
Right.
they didn't do that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
So
cheat for number one.
wait. So before you say number one, you know, I thought about the two people that would be your last two, and so in my
Okay,
head, I was just thinking about who was going to be one and two. So if it's
okay.
not who I think it's going to be, I'm going to be a little surprised. Is what I'll say.
So I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna cheat because this is my list, and I can do that. Because I had a really hard time picking between these two, and I didn't want to leave either of them off the list.
Okay.
Right. So my
Okay.
bottom four, I'm like, these dudes are on the list. Really, it's like a top six, but I
I
was like, I
see.
don't want to leave either of these guys off the list.
And these two guys had to be top two, like tied for one.
They're like 1A, 1B for me if
Really
we're talking about white producers.
interesting.
Okay.
All right.
And now that I'm thinking about it, I should probably go look and make sure one of them's white, but I'm going to do that later. So
Wait. You might as
one,
well do this right now. We're all held in suspense. You
all
might as
right,
well
all
do
right,
this right
all right,
now.
all right.
This is a
You
moment
you
for
you do a jig while
this is a moment for
yeah, I
some
know.
post production in between production.
All right, I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready to go.
All
All
right.
right.
Woo. He's white. Oh, thank God. You're like, oh, Connecticut. Okay, thank God.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, because the Harry Fraud thing threw me off. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you know, and sometimes you just like,
You
I
might as well
think.
look up Harry Fraud right now while you're at it,
Nah,
just because his name
I'm
got
past
thrown
that.
out
We're
there.
Yeah, I'm past that. We'll circle back. I'm not a journalist. Okay, so 1B, and flip these however you want, is Alchemist.
Oh man. Okay, yeah, I knew that one.
Okay. Uh if you haven't heard of Alchemist right now, then you're living under a rock because he produced one of the hardest diss tracks to ever exist in the world ever.
It transcends art.
Um
It's like just fucking
this is
deadly.
part of society. It's part of culture. We're going to read about this in hip hop history books. Lupe is going to teach it in his class when he
Oh
stops
yeah,
being an ass. Okay.
yeah.
So like that's what I have to say about this. Meet the Grams, one of the most iconic songs we've had out in a while. Like that song sent the internet and everyone into a tizzy. It's a crazy, spooky, murderous track, and Kendrick leveraged all the tension that Alchemist put into that beat to drown out what was actually not a bad Drake track, not a bad Drake diss track,
Right.
right? Not that Drake was being this. You guys know what I'm talking about. Was he used it to drown out Family Matters, which I think was incredible.
Right.
If people didn't hear about Alchemist before, they definitely knew who he was after. But this man has done so much music. I've been listening to this man since I was in my teens. I'm like, he's still out here making music. Alchemist is one of the, not even just one of the best white producers. He's one of the best producers
Yep.
ever.
Ever.
And he's worked with everybody from the West Coast. I know he fucks with New York heavy, but he's from the West Coast. Don't you New York niggas forget that. He's from the West Coast.
At this point, he might
So
as well be East Coast, though. I mean, he's synonymous with
I
East
don't I'm
Coast.
I know that's what they say and
You
everything,
know,
and his music is very, but he taps in with the West when
he does.
he
He does.
comes. And so he is from the West Coast. I just want to tell you, New York niggas, one of the best producers that makes East Coast music is from LA. So shout out to Alchemist. Obviously, Meet the Grams is a song you need to listen to if you haven't heard Alchemist music. One of my favorite tracks that's on a lot of different playlists that I have is TikTok. That's off of his First Infantry album
All right.
featuring Nas and Prodigy. Really like that beat. My wife even likes that beat. She loves when I play that song. So uh, that's one of my favorite Alchemist tracks. I would check that track out. I would also check out Meet the Grams if you haven't done that by now. So yeah, Alchemist, 1B ish.
Man, who's 1A?
All right, you ready for 1A
No, I'm
ish?
not.
Flip them. I'm fine. I'm actually fine if you said Alchemist needs to be 1A. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Um, Exile.
Okay. Okay.
Exile. Super slept on, I think, but some of the most eclectic, some of the most interesting production I've heard.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
I, Exile dropped something. I'm running. I'm like, I'm coming. I'm coming to it. I got to listen. He did that
really
whole Blue album to Dr. Dre's point.
right.
When you drop an album and you work with one producer, your project has some cohesion. It has a sonic sound that's more pleasing. It's
Hmm.
the aesthetics are better. He just did a blues album, The Ominous World. He did blues first album, Below the Heavens, classic. Check that album out.
Hmm.
Um, I recommend every song on that album, but if I had to recommend a song to you, one of my favorite Alchemist songs is Darlin' by Dag Savage featuring Choosy.
Exile. You said
Dag
Alchemist.
Savage. Oh, I'm sorry, Exile. I apologize. If I had to choose, thank you, Nene, for fixing that. If I had to choose an Exile song, I would say Darlin', Dag Savage featuring Choosy. Dag Savage was a little group with another rapper that Exile works with. I don't remember his name right now, but go check it out. Those are my six. I gave you six because I had a really hard time
Man,
not making Exile or Alchemist number one.
that's crazy. That's a good list, though. I like this list. I don't have a
Yeah.
lot to disagree with on this list. Um, I think the only person I could think of when you were saying all these producers' names, right? And shout out to Exile because he again he also to me has a um, at least in everything that I've heard of him, um, like a sound that you can really attach to him
Mm-hmm.
that is very
It's his sound.
recognizable. It's very much his sound, very much makes it his
Mm-hmm.
sound, very much fits to what he likes to do. And to your
Mm-hmm.
point, being able to be eclectic. Um, and it's just it's a sound that I think it makes you want to hear people on like you want to hear I want to hear this rapper on an exile beat kind of thing, and that's what you always love about
Mm-hmm.
producers because you love again if you love music the way we do you like fantasy booking, fantasy booking of like who you would have,
Mm-hmm.
if you were producing an album I would put exile and this rapper on this song kind of thing, so uh,
Mm-hmm.
so definitely, you definitely play those games with these producers, and that's just a testament to their work, right? So, shout out to Exile, shout out to Alchemist. You already know how much I love Alchemist.
Yeah. He's a
He's
titan.
he's a beast, man.
Alchemist is a titan,
He's a
man.
beast. He's a beast,
Yeah,
man. So
one of the one of the greatest ever
shout out, man.
to ever produce hip hop music, man. Just yeah, I wanted to put together a list that I actually think is a little dynamic, right? I didn't want to just choose one style. That's why it was hard for me to just be like, Alchemist, Derringer, Static Selector, right? I was like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't want to go to like I want to. There's actually like diversity in their styles, and their 40 actually has a very unique style to me that I can hear the
Hmm.
music. Um, Bad Not Good. Obviously, I run to them when I when I'm listening to jazz. Um, I know you know Murder Beats because he's gonna tell you that it's his track.
Yeah.
Uh, like I and then the top three, right? Like I can't say enough about Static Selector, Exile, and Alchemist. I'm just like, yo, these are incredible. Again, dudes who clearly love the genre they're making music in, um, and have just been doing it all over the place. And you know what else I like about Alchemist, Static, and Exile? Not everyone can be on their beats,
Right. Right.
right? There'll be some rappers be like, "Nah, you can't freak this. You can't do this. Nah, this beat's not for you."
Yeah.
Uh, you know what I mean? But then the there's other producers who can produce for everybody, like 40 and Murder Beats, who
Yeah.
can make a track that everybody can be on. And so there's something to be said about that too. So
Right.
um
Right.
yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this list. Go check out this music because it is fantastic music. I would never steal you wrong. I only like good music. So if I'm suggesting it, then it's
Oh man.
no, you don't agree. I say people are like, you can't say music is bad. And I'm like, well, I only like good music. So if I don't like it, then I don't know. Two and two is four to me. I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Oh my god. They're gonna kill you in the comments.
That's fine. I'm fine with
They're
that.
gonna
That's
kill
cool.
you in the comments.
That's cool. That's cool. As long as you guys go support real hip hop. Shout out to all of these producers. Shout out to my honorable mentions. If I had to put together, if I could have put together a top 15, I mean, I could have, but I wasn't going to. But you know, there's a lot of good white rappers, white producers who are being very, very respectful to the idea, the culture, the feeling, the movement behind hip hop.
Right.
And I think we should highlight those as much as we should gatekeep those vultures. So,
Right.
Tommy Richmond, reach out to your white elders and figure out how they made it.
You're white elders. You're white
Figure out
elders,
how they
man.
do
Yeah,
want
man.
to end tonight by saying the 49ers actually won a game, which is why I'm wearing this hat tonight. So they beat the Cowgirls.
Hey
Um,
man. Hey.
so
Let's go.
if you if you're a Cowgirls fan out there, stop. Like no notes. I got nothing for you.
Hey man.
Stop. Um, I look forward to seeing Diddy at the do the Yankees. Is he doing the Yankees game? Is
Oh
Diddy doing the
shit.
no? Too soon.
I heard
Okay.
it's I heard it's Diddy and then Jay-Z. It's what they got lined
Diddy
up.
did Jay Z. So they're not gonna let Jay Z open. They're gonna let Diddy. Damn, they're gonna let Diddy a little early release or little supervised release so he
Yeah,
could
for
perform
real.
at Yankee Stadium.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
no. That's nasty. That's nasty. Hey man.
So he
Look,
can say, take that, bad boy for life."
he said, we ain't going
Go.
nowhere.
Yeah, so, take that.
Oh shit. Ugh. That shit nasty, bro.
He's been telling you he's wild for a while. Y'all didn't want to listen.
Nigga,
So
I'm
you know,
I'm tasking my Dodgers with putting holding New York's feet to the fire. God damn it. Okay, they've been getting away with
hey,
this shit for too long. Okay,
too long.
all right. This is the year of the West Coast holding everybody accountable. God damn it.
Hold everybody accountable. Tyler's out to Monday. Dodgers, let's get the
Let's
win.
go.
Uh Absol dropping. Be really nice that that dropped, and we got a parade. So Dodgers, let's make this happen.
Hey man, come on,
Okay, don't need no problems.
come on, man,
All right.
come on, man.
Um, San Francisco, thanks for showing up tonight. I really needed this W because my fantasy teams are trash. Um, I got nothing to say. They're flaming me up in the group chat, and
Oh shit.
yeah, I'm just like, nah, you cook. Say what you got to say. Like
Yeah.
my team, hot garbage.
Ouch. Come
My
on, man.
team, my team,
Yeah.
uh, went to the Diddy party and put on baby oil.
Oh, had
Like,
some of
that's
that
how.
pink cocaine.
Yeah, yeah. That was my team.
Oh,
That is my team right now. So I put the best lineup out there, and everybody just soon as I put them in the lineup, they shit the bed. So
ew.
yeah, I'm having that fantasy year. So
Nah,
shout
man.
out to the 49ers. Come on, Dodgers. Let's make it happen.
Let's go,
Last thing
baby.
I'll say, and then we can get out of here on this.
Let's go.
The Chris Brown documentary's out. I'm going to be ready to talk about that
You're
next week.
lying. It's out.
It's on HBO Max.
Hey, man, we watching that. We watching that tomorrow. We
I'm
watching that
sorry,
tomorrow.
Chris. I really do love your music, but I'm watching this.
I'm watching this too.
And I'll still dance to it. But if you put new stuff out, depending on how this documentary goes, I'm probably going to listen to it too because we don't give a fuck about canceling you, Chris. Don't worry about this. But we going to talk about it though.
We gonna talk about it,
But don't worry about
and
this.
we gonna make jokes. I'm laying on right now. We gonna make
We going,
jokes.
hey, yeah.
We gonna get these jokes.
So yeah, I got the notification. Max was like, "It's out," and I'm like, "How'd you know I wanted to watch this?" First of all,
Hey,
so will
what
you
the
stop listening to me?
Yeah,
Fuck, what
what
the
the
fuck is
hell?
going on? Like,
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, one day I'm talking
so
about J. Cole. Next thing I know, they show me everything about J. Cole. I'm
yeah,
like, oh man, all right, just relax,
hey,
relax.
see the algorithms got you. So YouTube, please throw us in the algorithm, please.
Yes, sir. Let's
Like,
go.
comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate all your support. We appreciate your comments, whether you love us or hate us. Yeah, that should. All right, I got to do a black producers now. I can't just be. I can't out here be talking
Yeah,
this.
for real,
'Cause I was pretty flagrant on the murder beats
for real,
take. So
man.
all right, I'm gonna give y'all black producers. I'm gonna give you top 5 black producers next week.
We'll do black producers, and then you can do like a others producers too. Just to find whoever, just
Whoever's producing. Yeah, I got it now. I got that. The black one's for the culture. Okay, I just bigged up bigged up a lot of white people who deserved it. I got to get back. Okay.
Hey, look at
Um,
you can only do that for so long. There's a cap out on being able to do that, right? I mean, you were
yeah,
at that 30
hey,
minute mark to where I was like, all right, relax. This is a lot
hey,
of.
I maxed out. I maxed out. So thank you, whites. We appreciate you for giving us
Hey,
Alchemist, Exile, Static Selective, Bad Bad Not Good, 40, and Murder Beats. Appreciate y'all.
yeah, but that's it.
No more.